My name is Joaquim, as we say in Brazil, which is my country. I'm 21 years old and I major in digital media production. I grew up in a small city, it's called Niterói, and it's like 1 hour away from Rio de Janeiro. In my free times, I like to read. I read a lot and watch movies, of course. I want to make movies, so I also like film editing, and that's really something that I like to do. We have some traditional eating habits. We're pretty strong. The traditional meal we have for a day, it's like rice, beans, something as a salad, and any meat. Like that's what we eat every day. We have some traditional candies too, like for example, there's a candy, it's called paçoca. I love paçoca. It's not like Reese's and peanut butter, but it's close to. We also have brigadeiro, which is like condensed milk with butter and chocolate. In Brazil, we have a lot of diverse culture because we are like a big country. In the north, actually, we have a pretty strong culture. There we have a lot of traditional music. We have Brazilian funk. This came from the shanty towns. Also, we have the country music, which is not like here, but it's like the music from the northwest. We also have the classic Brazilian folklore, like Curupira. He lives in the forest and he protects the forest from man. And most of the Brazilian folklore, it comes from native people. As in the way we dress and our clothes, I can say it's also pretty different from each part of the country. In Rio, where I came from, usually we are at the summer all year. People wear like shirts and shorts from US. So we end up using brands from here too, and also Brazilian brands who are inspired by here and other places of the world. But if I went to north or south, they're going to wear totally different. The south, for example, is much more colder, and the north is even hotter maybe sometimes. In northwest, they have traditional clothes for people who live in northwest, like in their village. So I overall could say that religion and geography influence a lot in the end. So if I had to choose a traditional holiday we have in Brazil, I of course had to say the Carnival in February because it's the most famous one. We also have in Spain, in Mexico, in Colombia, but Brazilian Carnival is the most famous one. Parties from all the city for a week, and it's a little before Easter. And you just walk in the street and you see people wearing fantasies and costumes and drinking beer in the middle of the street and getting drunk and getting fun with music and stuff. We have like parades, traditional ones. And in these parades we have like houses that compete to win. It's so much fun. I made with my family, so I just made it because they were going to make it too. So my mother, my father, and my brother, they all have the same symbol in their arms, and it's actually a symbol from an African religion or a habit. It's called Ubuntu. It means like I am what we are. The sense of thinking of the group first. I also have the tent here called Aldeia Curumim. Aldeia means village, and Curumim is how we call child native people. I think most of who I am today, it was because of this, like the thing I'm studying right now, like film production and how do I treat people and how do I see the world and interpret it. And my last one is a flower. It doesn't have a huge meaning. I always wanted to tattoo some plants or flowers, something living in my body, like something that lives.